Hello, everybody. Welcome to another beautiful day here at the Vibrant Vine. I'm Doug. This is Lisa.
You might notice we have taken down the backdrop.
Taking down the backdrop because we wanted to enjoy the beautiful mountains and the orchards. The apples are looking almost ripe and ready. Right over here, we've got grapes growing on the vines.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a beautiful, beautiful location and perfect time of year to come up here as everything is ripening. There's fruit stands down the street.
Peaches. All I want is peaches every day.
And you sing the Peaches song every time we drive up the hill. We're driving up the hill. She sees the sign that says
Millions of peaches. It's like the most annoying song besides the song that never ends.
We're not starting that.
You're right. We
Okay.
won't.
So we do have a great show for you. All kinds of music on the show and inspiration.
Well, even the owners here at the Vibrant Vine were like, oh, you have, two amazing acts because our first guest, she's actually performing at Phantom of the Opera.
That's right. The incredible Phantom of the Opera show. Melina Moore helps put on, and they're holding up the street from here at the villa.
Yeah.
And with the best Phantom in the world.
And that's just not Doug saying that. That's the Phantom Opera Society that is saying that this guy is the best in the world, and he's performed over 3,000 times.
And they're going to be performing right here, like a kilometer up the road from where our stage is. And so that's an incredible opportunity. We get to hear Melina singing.
Judy Garland tribute.
Judy Garland tribute, which is, we'll tell you all about that.
So you get the mix,
coming
the Judy Garland and the Phantom if you got tickets or if you're lucky enough for tickets. And we also have Latinesque dancing. We can
That's
learn
right.
to salsa.
You already know how to salsa. You said you took lessons with,
I did
with camera 3 there.
I did. My husband's operated the camera, and we were talking about how he got really into it, and he was like seducing all the ladies, young and old, with his salsa eyes.
He can't help it with his salsa
I know.
moves, man.
He's got the moves and the look. So
handsome guy. And Soul Girls, Ashley Wiles is here. Amazing.
Well, just encouraging youth to, especially girls, because
young
girls
women.
are the tricky ones because we have all those hormones. Doug knows he's been through raising 3 daughters.
And I wish there would have been a program like this to help my girls.
And a program for you to deal with.
Yeah, we need a dad program, some kind of a dad thing. Anyway, we won't worry about that. But we do have Anna Jacyszyn and her trio are going to be here performing as well. So even more fantastic music. And they've got an exciting new opportunity to hear some great jazz in Kelowna coming up as well. So
and they've got a heart for it.
Yes, a heart.
There's an actual.
There's a real, a very cool local act tribute that they're raising money for a very important cause, and we'll tell you all about that coming up on the show. So stick around. We'll be right back with a tribute to Judy.
This is Somewhere Over the Rainbow by the great Harold Arlen, made famous by Judy Garland in the beloved Wizard of Oz. When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney treetops, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I? And this is the amazing Jim Leonard on the keys here. Jim Leonard all the way from Vernon, an Okanagan treasure. We are going into a medley that Jim arranged for our Over the Rainbow Judy Garland tribute show. These are some fabulous tunes all smushed together by the great George Gershwin and his lyricist brother Ira. The Gershwin Medley. There's a saying old, says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm gonna seek a certain lad I've had in mind. Looking everywhere, haven't found him yet. He's the big affair I cannot forget. Only man I'll ever think of with regret. I'd like to add his initial to my monogram. Tell me, where is the shepherd for this lost lamb? There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who'll watch over me. I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed, follow my lead? Oh, how I need someone who'll watch over me. Embrace Don't be a naughty baby. Come to mama, do. My sweet embrace upon you. When this world began, it was heaven's plan. There should be a guy for every single gal. To my great regret, someone has upset heaven's pretty program, for we've never met. I'm clutching at straws just because I may meet him yet. Somebody loves me, I wonder who he can be. Somebody loves me, I wish I knew. Who can he be? Worries me. For every guy that passes me, I shout, hey, maybe you were meant to be my loving baby. Somebody loves me, I wonder who. Maybe it's you. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my man. Who could ask for anything more? I got daisies in green pastures, I got my man. Who could ask for anything more? Old man trouble, I don't mind him. You won't find him round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got my man. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more? Take it away, Jimbo. Dreams. I got my man. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more?
Could ask for anything more. I could ask for more. I could listen to that all day. That was amazing.
Aw, thank you.
I'm a little bit jealous of your vocal range, not gonna lie. That was incredible.
Thank you so much, and it's such a pleasure playing music with my buddy here.
Well, he was just saying, well, you can actually say it for yourself. He was saying that he plays differently with you.
Yes, yeah, it brings out the best.
Uh-huh.
And that's just a little taste of your tribute to Judy Garland show that you're putting on. And you're actually touring that around. Tell us a bit about it.
We are. We have 3 shows coming up at the end of this month. So we're going to be in 3 incredibly beautiful places, which we've performed in before. Salmon Arm on August 21st at the gorgeous Haney Heritage Park. Wow. There's an outdoor amphitheater under the stars.
Just like this.
Kind of like this, yeah. A lot of mosquitoes, so bring your bug spray. And maybe I shouldn't have said that. But and then, then we're at the Revelstoke Mountain Resort, and all of the guests are escorted up to our stage via gondola. It's the only way to get up
fancy.
This is getting
Yeah,
fancy.
and then
That's
we're in
like-
Naramata. So
Naramata is my favorite place on earth.
gorgeous.
Where were
yeah.
you guys playing Naramata?
At Bench 1775. So
Oh, okay.
Where-
outdoor, beautiful
Nice,
patio.
Fantastic, yeah. Overlooks Lake Okanagan. It's just a wonderful venue.
And where are you guys both from?
Originally Barrie, Ontario, but now in Vernon for I've been here 5 years in Vernon. Love it. Paradise.
Yeah.
And Melina, you're from like Broadway or something.
I'm from New York.
From New York.
From New York City. But I've been here for almost 20 years now. So I'm an honorary Canadian, an Okanaganer.
And what brought you to the
Okanaganite.
Okanagan, though? I mean, you're doing a lot. You've done all kinds of things around the world. What brought you here specifically?
Well, I followed love. out
Always
here.
love.
I followed love, and upon the very first time I was here, I just fell in love with this area. I'd only lived in New York my whole life. And
Oh, it must have been a big switch.
it was a big switch, but so beautiful, and I thought a great place to raise a family, and I have an amazing 15-year-old son.
Yeah, he was helping
Yeah,
carry
he's
gear
right
around. He's a
there.
hard-working team you got.
Fine young musician as well. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and we're playing here at the Vibrant Vine, and people who are lucky enough to get a ticket to the Phantom is coming up, and you're in that, and it's sold out.
It is sold out. We were here at the beautiful Villa and Vibrant Vine last year. The show is called The Phantom Returns, and it is with legendary Broadway and London West End performer Peter Carey, who has played The Phantom all over the world.
He hasn't just played it; he was voted the best Phantom.
By the did you believe there's a Phantom of the Opera Appreciation Society?
Of course there is.
Doug runs it.
Do you? I'm not surprised.
I could. I'm a huge Phantom fan.
Yeah, well, they just go around and they go to Phantoms and they pick their favorites of the whole world, all the people who are doing Phantoms. So Peter has performed the Phantom over 3,000 times.
Wow.
And he's one of the world's best. And we've had this touring show for 5 years now.
Well, 3,000 times, you better be the best.
He's the best.
Right?
He's hauntingly, exquisitely good. He does this thing with his fingers while he's you just have to come see it.
I was in London this spring and we saw Phantom on the West End, but we got tickets at the last minute,
Yeah.
and you literally couldn't have sat higher in that theater and without oxygen masks. And I was
Wow.
looking like down at the stage. I was like getting vertigo watching it, but
Yes.
this won't be nearly that.
No, but did
far
you get
away.
hit by the chandelier? Like, because you were that high?
No, I was above the chandelier.
He was
Oh,
swinging
higher
from it.
I was cutting it. I was.
Tarzan meets the Phantom of the Opera.
Creepy he can be without the costume.
Who, Doug?
No, not Doug.
Yeah, she knows.
I know. I've been working with him since November.
Peter.
Yes, he's very creepy.
Sorry, Doug.
I love
That's
doing
all right.
that. I love giving Doug the evil eye over there.
It's so easy.
It's so easy. And he's handled like a trooper. So how did you two get paired up here?
We met through a mutual colleague, the great jazz chanteuse of Vernon, Judy Rose. And Judy had done some work with Jim and introduced us. And it was love at first sight. And we've been performing together ever since, for about 3 or 4 years now.
Yeah. It's put a lot of spice in my life.
And Jim plays everything because we have classical concerts together. So he plays opera, he plays classical music,
Wow.
and obviously, as you heard, the jazz, the blues. He's like
Multi-talented.
10 fingers. I don't understand how that sound happens from just 10 fingers.
And
So-
you're on your Garland show. We want to mention that you've got it's a bigger band than just we were able to squeeze on our stage.
Yes, we have Doug Sanju of the Okanagan Symphony Orchestra and of the Salmon Armenians. And
Oh, I love those guys.
Yeah, he goes between sax and clarinet, so he's very, very talented. And on bass, we have Rod McDonald of the legendary Lake Monsters. So we have a lot. Me and my boys. We
Yeah,
have a lot of fun. Yeah.
And with Judy Garland, tell us a little bit about what is special about that for you, Judy.
Judy Garland, I grew up with her music. My mother and I used to watch the broadcast of The Wizard of Oz once a year when I was a little girl. And then when VCRs came out, of course, we bought the VHS tape. And I played it so many times that it broke. And I had that movie and all of the songs memorized. And I just fell in love with her. And I think her story, even though it is so sad and tragic, and her life was very, very difficult. She never quite fit Hollywood and Broadway standards, but she was just such a gifted musician. Everything she did was with so much heart, and I love her.
So that connection is you can bring out in your performances as well.
I could only hope so.
Well, I hope that we can make one of the shows, Doug.
Yeah, I'm thinking Naramata, 1775.
Naramata.
Yeah, well,
it's done. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show.
Thank
you guys
you
are
for
both very
having us.
talented.
the best thing about standing here next to you is every time you turn your head to talk to Lisa, this amazing mane of hair whacks me in the arm, and my mic keeps getting moved.
And if you're in my audience for any of the shows, I sit on your lap.
Oh, well, there you go.
So.
Okay.
Done.
Done.
Sold.
Yeah, the husband's right there. I know it's fine.
He's not
It's
my
good.
husband, but
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, on that awkward note, we will go to break.
Bye.
So each week we usually do Story in a Bottle, and since we're at Vibrant Vine, we have some stories coming out from your bottle of things that are progress, things that are happening with you and your family here at the Vibrant Vine Winery. And one of those things, Win, you can just tell us about your sons, what they both do.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're very proud. Mum and Dad are incredibly proud about Phil, the artist at the Vibrant Vine, because he's just been commissioned by Google to supply all the art to the new corporate campus that they have. So on Thursday, I think it was, they unveiled this really large picture, really large. So we're talking tens of feet long and, you know, that size, at the headquarters there. And it just is icing on the cake for us. I mean, to have three boys, all of whom are, you know, significantly overachieve their mum and dad.
Not living in your basement on playing Warcraft.
No, those days are over.
Now, if you haven't been up to Vibrant Vine, and I don't know why you haven't, because not only do they have a fantastic TV show that tapes there, but they make some pretty darn good wine.
Award-winning.
But award-winning wine, best white wine in the world, but the incredible artwork that's everywhere. It's an amazing 3D artwork, and that adorns the walls. You put on 3D glasses. It's so cool. And
it's so cool that they actually just got 5 stars on TripAdvisor.
What?
Yes, we. Thank you very much. Yes, we actually made it to the vaunted top tier of TripAdvisor, and we now have a 5-star rating, which makes us the #1 winery experience in British Columbia.
Wow!
And we are incredibly grateful to all the people that made that possible, the hundreds of people who wrote in, and of course all the staff here who are beyond.
But mostly,
you work hard to get the staff, you know, to train the staff and talk to the staff and create that experience when people walk in here.
Yeah, I think they do more training of me than the, you know.
You provide them with vision.
Yeah, I supply vision. That's right, I do. And I think you've been around here long enough to know pretty much everybody who leaves has got a smile.
I usually do.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the alcohol or whether it's the experience, but I think it's the experience.
no alcohol for me. Which reminds me, I feel a little ripped off because I got pregnant before we started the summer shows here, and there have been wine coming through here, and we've also on the show had meaderies and all kinds of stuff, and I have not been able to have any wine. So
it's all been good though, Lisa. I assure you.
yeah, exactly.
And Doug has been taking your share.
Doug has
don't
been
worry.
taking my share, but once this baby comes out, I'm coming back for you guys.
Oh yeah. I've been putting aside a few bottles over there.
Cases?
It's got Lisa's name
Cases? What?
on it. Lots of bottles over there. Yeah, all right,
Private.
cases.
Now we're talking about the art. You've got a couple of examples
That's
over
right.
here.
I brought a few friends along first. This friend over here is the Gewürztraminer bottle. And,
Bronze, no big deal.
yeah,
World Wines Competition.
it won a little prize in Europe, you know. And then right behind me we have, another picture of the same bottle because it's such a neat bottle. But what I really wanted to do, it's incredibly hot today, right?
It's very hot today.
Really hot. So to cool you down, what I wanted to do was to show you this.
Oh, that's cold wind. That's
What
cold.
This is Phil, our artist son. It's his rendition of what the two brothers will look like after working for their dad for 20 years. So that'll cool you down, I should think.
That is awesome, and I wish I was there right now.
This is our most popular piece of art. And if you're a fisherman, you'd experience
Definitely
that.
love fishing.
And it's in 3D, of course.
It's just so, the details, it's so incredible and so vibrant.
Yep.
I was just going to say that. Wow.
And then on the other end of the scale, if you have trouble waking up at night or waking up in the morning, try waking up to this.
Whoa!
Okay.
Chameleon time.
At chameleon time.
It took me a
exactly.
second to back up and see the whole thing.
But there are people that love this.
Yes, I'm one of them.
Absolutely love this.
I love all of it.
And all of these are in 3D, of course. When you put the glasses on, they sort of pop out to you.
Comes to life.
And they're all, and you have a lot of this artwork for sale here at Vibrant Vine. So can you talk about that for a second?
Yep, we do. We
Let's
have
scooch back over here.
we have cards, little postcards. We have prints. We have small, big, all sorts of sizes. In fact, we have one a lady wanted yesterday. We have a dragon that took me at least a day to put up on the ceiling, and she wanted to take it there and then, and I said, look, it took me a day to put this up. There's no way I'm going to take this down ever. It's going when the building collapses. So we do sell large pieces of art, but not sort of like that. You have to
Well, I
work
love
on
your guys' marketing and the fact that it's a family. I have a big heart for the family-run businesses, and just seeing that you and your sons working together in such a positive way and bringing it all together, and it's obviously proving to be a success for all of you.
And we've talked about the artist's son, but there are two others, and one of them is right here, and he owns 2 wineries in Kelowna, and we've put all 3 together under what we call the Lewis Loop, where you can
You get a little loopy in the Lewis Loop.
That's right, loopy loop. And one is a cidery, and the other is a winery called Frequency. And if you think it's weird when you go in our winery, with all the 70s psychedelic art, you should go to Frequency.
All right. Well, we'll have to maybe bring the sons back on a future episode. That'd be a good idea. All right, thank you so much, Wynn.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks for being our hosts all summer.
Yes,
It's
this has been great.
Fantastic. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Us too. Thank you. So each week here at the Vibrant Vine on the Doug and Lisa Show, we try to find somebody inspirational. And this week we found Ashley Wiles with Soul Girls, and it's spelt soul, like the soles of your shoes. So
soles of your fancy runners.
Yeah. So let's talk about that to start off with the name.
So yeah, Soul Girls, it kind of comes from this place of so many different things. So essentially what we do is a lot of physical activity, so running, and so we're using the soles of our feet, but we're also talking about kind of what's going on inside our heads. So it's kind of a play on words with soul as well.
Okay. And girls.
And girls, yeah. So girls ages 8 to 12, in that we call them tweens, in between. So they're not quite kids, they're making their own decisions, and they're not teenagers yet, they're in between, so tweens.
Doug raised 3 girls. What was that like, Doug?
Well, it's always challenging. No, it's great, obviously.
He's sweating and it's hot from the sun.
But some of the issues of confidence and
self-esteem.
There's a lot of self-esteem things and challenges, especially around sort of physical fitness and physical appearance and that kind of stuff. And that's sort of some of the areas that you deal with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going into those topics that girls specifically deal with. So we're going to talk about confidence, body image, nutrition. We're going to talk about values, so what it means to be a girl and why that's awesome. And every week we have a different topic. So we get into it and then we include it into our physical activity.
Okay, so it's a combination of physical activity as well as in discussion and information.
Yeah, discussion and mentorship. So all of our leaders are high school, university students, or young women in the community that are just doing awesome stuff. We have some Olympic athletes that are involved as well. So they come in and they mentor the girls and make it okay to be that kind of cooler, older girl, and you're included and part of a group.
Why do you think that's so important? What makes you want to do this?
Soul important.
It's soul important.
Because I've been there. I was a tween as well, and
you were.
I was. So were you.
Yes. To my mom's like shuddering in the audience. Remember the flashbacks of Lisa Fur. That was my nickname.
Oh.
Yeah. Picture that, girl. I needed your mentorship back then.
Soul Girls.
I needed Soul Girls.
Yeah, and I think we all need Soul Girls. So it's really kind of getting into those specific issues of talking about, for me, it was my own body image. So I would look at my legs and be like, why did I have to have these legs? And I thought they were, bigger than everybody else's. And really, I just wanted to fit in and feel good. And even though I was really active, I didn't have that. I did have one mentor in specific that was just like, Ashley, freckles are cool. And
you always want what you can't have.
Freckles are cool, and those legs just ran you an Ironman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just looking at your legs. The whole time I was just staring at your legs. It probably caught me on camera, just being like, I don't see what the problem is here. Is that the only struggle you had? Come on.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is like we always like look in the mirror and judge ourselves, right? So we kind of make that okay to be like, well, you know what, this is me. You know, it's part of me. And yeah, I'm an Iron Woman now. 2-time Iron Woman.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I did the Iron Man
I'm
one
waiting
time,
for Lisa
no
to
big
jump
deal.
in and say she did the
I was
Iron Man.
trying really hard not to, but I just couldn't help myself. I also did the Iron Man, but I didn't do it twice, so congratulations.
That still makes you an Iron Woman.
Yeah, but after one time, I was like, why would you want to do it again? What possessed you to be like, hey, why don't we do this one more time?
Yeah. I don't know. It was better the second time.
Was it?
Yeah.
Don't say that because I don't want. I'm pregnant. I can't.
It's a little late to sign up now.
Doug, don't challenge me because I will. I'll be the first pregnant woman to finish the Ironman. No, that'd be very dangerous. So I actually met Ashley through Crystal Barrett Stewart, who is also, her whole goal is to empower women and young girls through her sparkle movement. And it's so funny because with our show, I'm saying, Doug, I'm losing my sparkle. Like, you know, if you're having a bad day, I'm like, I'm losing my sparkle. And so how do you know Crystal?
Gosh, I'm not sure where we originally met, but she invited me to write a portion of her book. So I actually have a chapter in the Sparkle Project for girls.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to reread I have it. So, okay, now I'm connecting it. Yeah. That's amazing. And what was it in your story?
What was in my story?
Yeah.
Just a lot about my own body image, because I think that's the thing that I struggled the most with, is kind of looking at myself and judging myself against other girls. And kind of, you know, my thing is I have this scribble in my head, which is, you know, anxiety and stress. And I didn't realize that other people have this kind of mess going on in their heads as well.
You're sitting between two hot messes right here.
And especially as kids, as girls and boys, we don't realize that other people are suffering as well. And they've got that story that's kind of going on and on and on. And nobody's there to say, you know, it's okay. And
how old are you right now?
I'm 30.
Yeah, and I'm 32. So I always talk about how when we're younger, like our biggest thing was like somebody in high school didn't like us or something. And now in this day and age with all social media and Snapchat and Tinder and all these things, I feel like tweens are going through a lot harder issues earlier than we ever had to go through as kids. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, totally. It's like you can't get away from it. Tweens not as much as teens, because they're not all on the internet right away. But they're still dealing with the same issues that we dealt with, you know, the sharing, the friendships, the mean girls, then just misunderstandings that we don't kind of say, okay, this is how I'm feeling, and these are my values, and this is what I appreciate about my friends.
So what was that moment for you where you know that you thought, okay, well, I need to do something about a problem that I do see with the tweenage, I like that, group of kids, to actually go out there and start a program like Soul Girls?
Yeah, so it actually started with adults. And my background is in life coaching, so I was working with adults who were dealing with body image issues. And I was like, hey, well, let's get active and let's do this. And there was this blockage between kind of understanding that you want to be active and but not being able to, not quite, you know, wanting to. And I kind of dove into the research and found that it actually starts when we're kids. And something happens where we're either not included, or it gets too competitive, or you don't have a mentor, you don't have somebody there to kind of support you through that process, and then you just stop. You stop and you drop off and slowly drop off. And we find that girls in high school are the most, you know, likely to drop out of PE and other types of sports if they don't feel like they fit in.
Okay.
And so that gave you the place to start trying to help people with those kind of issues.
Yeah. So as a coach, I was dealing with kind of people one-on-one, and for me, I just want to see, you know, I want to see the whole world, all these girls just like loving themselves and
loving each other too, because having group activities is very important for girls, because we've kind of created the society where girls are out to get each other in lots of ways because of the media and the way that women are portrayed. But having programs where girls are like working together in a team environment is very positive.
Yeah. Yeah. And it can be tons of fun.
So what kinds of things do you guys do that's fun?
Okay, so we have lots of games and lots of songs and stretches and relays and scavenger hunts. And so it's not really just like running. It's not like, I don't know.
What's the age group again?
8 to 12. Oh. But you know, like in PE where you had like the beep test? So, or the beep test, or the 5-minute or a 10-minute run where you had to like run for 10 minutes. And So that's not really fun. If you don't like running, it's not really fun.
No.
So we do things like relays and scavenger hunts where it's like, yeah, we're still being active, but we're including all this like super fun stuff.
Yeah, scavenger hunts. That's my jam. I love scavenger
Right?
hunts.
You like,
Doug, do you like
It's like,
scavenger?
well, that's like packing the van this morning. It was kind of like a scavenger hunt.
Where-
So we're carrying heavy gear,
where's the
running back
camera?
and forth through the studio, getting here, running cables up and down. You should send those 8 to 12-year-olds out here and help us set up every Saturday.
Yeah, at 1 till 4.
I heard you. I watched your pre-video and I saw you were doing that all by yourself.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I was busy getting the script
Negotiating
ready
something
and
or something.
doing some busy things.
Producing kind of
doing
thing.
some busy things.
Somebody has to set up the scavenger hunt, though, right?
And I didn't want to get my clothing dirty because I borrow it every week from Influence Clothing. So,
I was noticing your shirt. Actually, I really love it.
well, we're making magic happen right now.
Yeah.
And you're part of that magic right this minute. So, and that's another Girls Helping Girls. Toby Tanis runs a clothing store. I have a talk show. So finding ways to work with other women together to change the tone of how women treat each other.
It's magic.
It's magic.
So how do people find out about Soul Girls if they I mean, this is such a cool idea.
Well, I'm really super excited because we're coming to Kelowna for the first time and starting in September. And so we're going to run a 9-week program starting September 13th. It's the Sunday. And so every Sunday morning from 9 to 10:45 at Glow Juicery, which is kind of just in the Landmark buildings. That's where we're going to be running out of. So girls can sign up at soulgirls.org. And
Because you're out of Vancouver right now.
Yeah, so we have like 10 locations around the Lower Mainland, including Squamish and Vancouver and South Surrey and
That's
now
amazing.
Kelowna. Yeah,
That's super cool.
it's really cool to see kind of girls just taking these tools, right, and then applying them to their lives and, you know, doing public speaking and teaching other girls about anxiety and stress, and that's
Right.
very cool.
So just to wrap things up here, do you have a success story from one of the girls that has gone through your program or somebody that you've worked with who you've seen a change because of what you're doing?
Yeah. How long do you have?
How long do we have?
So I had one girl, her name is Kate, and she joined our program last summer. Actually, she joined for summer camp, and she joined for a 2-day camp. And at the end of camp, we give everybody a certificate that says, you know, this is what you did so awesome.
Soul awesome?
Yeah. And it can be things like leadership or, you know, being strong or friendship or something like just really awesome about that girl. Anyway, she like crossed it out and she was like, she suffered from anxiety, severe anxiety. And she's like, no, I don't believe this about myself. I don't want to believe it. And I was like heartbroken. I'm like, oh my gosh, we didn't change her life in 2 days. And
2 days, yeah.
and then she didn't join in the fall, but she joined in the next semester in the winter. And every week it was like, oh, my legs hurt or this hurts or, you know, she doesn't like this about me. She doesn't. And it was like a constant struggle with her, like a mental struggle. And eventually I was like, Kate, we're going to have a conversation. Like, who do you want to be? And what do you want to see about yourself? I'm like, try this. I'm strong. I'm powerful. I'm Kate. That's your mantra. You're just going to say that. She's like, well, why would I say that? I have no reason to say that about myself. I'm like, just try it. So she tries it and she was like so quiet. Just like you could hardly hear her at all. And she burst into tears. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? and then she tries again. And I'm like, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm Kate. And every week she's tried again and got a little bit louder. And at the end, at the 5-kilometer fun run, she was running through the finish line with her arms straight up in the air. Going, I'm strong, I'm powerful, and I'm Kate. And it was like the most magical thing.
Did you cry?
Kind of.
Are you crying a little bit right now telling it?
Yes, because like I think, you know, when we suffer from anxiety and we're given tools to help us through that and we can actually believe awesome stuff about ourselves, that is a game changer.
And then to power through it and just in a moment, you know, declare that, you know, you are powerful. Look, Doug's tearing up already. Doug always gets emotional in everything.
I hate these things. No, this is great. That's fantastic. It's so good that you can. That you
No,
can
look
make
at his eyes are red. Do you see this?
It's so great that you can, you know, make that much difference in someone's life. That's really an amazing thing.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really special, and it's moments like that of, you know, the reasons why we do what we do, right?
So cool. Thanks for coming on the show.
I love you, Doug. Doug's got 3 girls, and they're the luckiest girls ever to have a dad like you. And you're girls who you're empowering every day. Good for you for making a difference in the world and how girls see themselves. So thank you so much for coming on our show.
Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
And how can people find you online?
Our website is www.soulgirls, S-O-L-E, like the bottom of your foot, soulgirls.org. And we're on Facebook and Instagram too, so definitely follow us along on social media.
Awesome. So September, girls, put that in your calendars.
How do you say your name again?
Jaime.
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 It's like
Jamie
Jamie,
in Spanish,
but
that's
Jaime.
Oh, that makes
There you go.
there we
Okay.
go. I made the connection there now.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna call our videographer Jaime now.
3, 2, 1. Right. Well, up next we've got some fantastic dancing coming up for you. Salsa. We got Jaime and Samantha.
Doug is fired.
I got the Jaime right. Give me some points. Big treat coming up for you all. We've got some hot Latin dance coming up on the show from Latinesque. We've got Jaime and Samantha here from Latinesque Dance Studio. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here, huh?
I love salsa. Salsa's just like so sexy, and you guys look so amazing. I'm really excited to see your show. Yeah, shake it, girl.
So you guys, you're the instructors at the studio?
That's correct. Yeah.
So it used to be Warren that used to run it. Now he's not there anymore.
Yes.
Wait, where did he go?
Well, okay, so Warren was the founder. He's the one who taught me everything I know, how to teach, how to dance. His girlfriend moved to Ottawa, so he ran after her, and they
Following the love.
yeah, they actually
That's a
just
theme
got
today.
married in June.
Did
So,
they?
Yeah, we got to go to the wedding in Ottawa.
Congratulations, Warren. Didn't get my invite. So
It's in the mail.
it's in the mail. That's amazing. Well, I took a course with him. I also did a feature with him with out there doing a Latinesque. You got to do all the different things. But salsa was definitely my favorite. So what are you guys going to be doing today?
We are doing a salsa routine. We've invited 3 other couples to come perform with us today. And yeah, sexy salsa.
It'll be good. We've been training hard for it, so looking forward to it.
So these are like students in your class, some of the more advanced students. You're not like a performing salsa troupe necessarily.
No, we just invited 3 of the more advanced couples. So we're really, really impressed with how well they've done the last 2 months, and we're excited to see how it turns out today.
And other people too can come and do take classes. So can you tell everybody what kinds of like types of dance you guys teach and how people can get involved?
For sure, yeah. So we teach Thursday and Friday nights, beginner to advanced Latin dancing. There's lots of events in the community as well that they can get involved in. Lots of social dancing classes, just to have fun.
It seems like Latin dance is really. You see a lot about it. A lot of people getting involved. And is it something that you're seeing is growing?
Absolutely. For the last, year or so, it's more and more people are interested. Yeah, it's been
Well,
really good.
What I like about it is that it gets people out and with people, because I think people are sick of being on their computers and watching TV at home. It gets them active and engaging, and when you get a go, you can dance with other people and have just a good social time.
It is. It's very social, and we have a really, really good community. It's like our family. It's our dance family.
So I mean, other than watching our show, everybody should be out there dancing. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right after that.
Right after that, yeah.
after
Watch the
that.
show. Repeat this part where they're going to perform for us and get that down pat, and then come out and join in. Right?
Exactly, exactly.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited to see what you guys got for us. So let's get your couples up here and let's get you dancing. Okay.
Hasta ayer yo vivía en la oscuridad. Es más, con mis ojos cerrados negué mi verdad. Combatí cada ardiente deseo por ti, amor, y así descarté mi pasión por rencor. Y aquí estoy, envuelto en el amor que se nos fue,
Now, we've got another musical treat for you on our show. We have Anna Jacyszyn and her, that's a trio, I guess.
Well, today it's a trio. Sometimes it's a quartet, sometimes it's a quintet.
It's a quintet right now, but I don't think you're going to let Lisa and I join in. We have Neville Bowman, Bernie Addington joining us up on stage, and you're going to be playing for us coming up on the show. And that's going to be so good.
I'm excited because I actually have never been able to hear. I've seen you for so many years, and I've online, and I've watched so much of your stuff, but I actually haven't had the pleasure of seeing you in person. So I'm very excited.
She doesn't get out much.
And I don't.
I get to sing to your belly.
And you get to sing to. Okay, seriously, I just learned on Baby Center that my baby can just start hearing like in the last couple weeks.
Excellent.
So one of the very first things that my baby's going to hear is your beautiful voice.
And introduce them to jazz, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and your music.
Start them young, yes.
Thank
Start
you,
them
Lisa.
young. You know.
Exactly, I love it. And I see you everywhere I go.
I do a lot of things in town.
You might recognize this face. He was just in the production of Raft of the Medusa, among a million other things. And I gotta say, that was incredible. I was behind a camera, but you guys did a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
So giving the street
So
cred
much
here.
great talent here in the Okanagan. It's fantastic. And there's going to be an opportunity to hear more of this great talent. And you won't have an excuse to miss it because you guys are going to be bringing jazz to the Kaz.
I am, and if you, everybody's asking what the Kaz is, it's Kelowna Actors Studio. And 8 years ago, we were talking about the Kaz, and I thought jazz at the Kaz. And finally, after all these years, I get to finally have jazz at the Kaz.
Now this is fantastic because, of course, Kelowna's Actors Studio, if you haven't been there, the dinner theater, they've got, like a beautiful layout, the tables, fantastic location.
And theater seating as well. So what we're doing is we're leaving the doors open, and it'll be like a free-flowing speakeasy club. We're going to have the bar in the back, and you can still have dinner and eat, but you don't have to be very quiet during the whole show because people will be able to come and go and mingle and mix, and there's going to be smooth jazz for dinner, and then there's going to be the main act at 8 o'clock.
Wow, that's incredible. And this is starting up pretty quick.
It is. 13th to the 29th. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the whole month of August, we're going to be doing Jazz of the Kaz at the Kelowna Actors Studio.
And are you guys part of that?
Absolutely.
So tell us what your role is.
Well, I organize a lot of the music for Anna, and we try to keep it. The communications of having input from other musicians like Neville Bowman, so if he wants to do some tunes, some specific tunes, then absolutely I would want that to be a part of the show, and I'll bring in some tunes, and then the other players, so we'll mix it up. We'll do some instrumentals, we will have a lot of vocals, and have a lot of fun.
And how'd you guys all get mixed in together?
It was the same rehab center, wasn't it?
Yeah. How's that going?
I found them. When I first moved to town.
Tinder?
Yeah. And I followed them and stalked them until they made me. They liked me. No,
That's
found
how I
them
got
years
Doug.
ago. Oh. No, we've been
She's
having
not kidding.
jazz. We've been having Jazz Cafe. This is going to be our 7th season coming up of Jazz Cafe. I took a little hiatus from it, and we had it at the Black Box. So when I was choosing my team of musicians, we work so well together. We come up with crazy arrangements, sometimes on the spot arrangements. Sometimes they're really, really rehearsed, but you'll never know because we'll never tell you.
Awesome. And what do you think can get people to come down?
It's going to be a fantastic time. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be one of those events that once it's happened, if you weren't there, you go, man, I wish I was there.
You get FOMO. That's the fear of missing out.
Fear of missing out.
FOMO. Hashtag FOMO.
I love that. I'm so going to use that. FOMO.
And if you don't wear a brown striped suit, then you should have FOMO. Oh, you're okay. Little black
I've
dress.
got FOMO.
You don't have the Bernie.
He's got stripes.
He's got stripes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're almost in the Bernie Addington Club.
I'm out of here. All right. Well, let's actually get out of here. You three stay. Us two get out of here.
Yeah, we'll get out of here. You set up some stuff, and we'll have some fantastic music coming right up.
Looking forward to it.
We're going to do a little blues song for you right now. This is a blues song that was written by 2 great jazz songwriters. One was, Johnny Mercer, thank you, and Harold Arlen. I should say Johnny Mercer. Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't sound as beautiful as Antonio Carlos Jobim. Okay, shut up. Anyway, it's a blues because, you know, my mama was right. Do it. My mama done told me when I was still in pigtails. My mama, she told me, hon, a man is a two-face, he'll give you that sweet talk. But when all that sweet talking's done, he's still a two-face. What a worrisome thing that leave you to sing the blues in the night. Oh, play me some blues. Feel the rain falling, hear that train a-calling. Ooh, my mama done told me, hear that lonesome whistle blowing across the trestle. Ooh, my mama, she told me, ooh, then clickety-clack and they're going back as a blues in the night. The evening breeze will cause the trees are crying and the moon will hide its light. When you get the blues in the night, oh man, you better take my word. That old mockingbird will sing the saddest kind of song when he hears something's wrong. You know he's right. Oh, you, from Memphis to Shanghai, from Paris to this show, wherever the four winds blow. I heard me that sweet talk. I seen that big spender, but when all that sweet talking's done, you know a man is still a two-face. What a worrisome thing, now leave it to sing the blues in the night. You know my mama was right. When you get involved with boys and they break your heart, the only thing they're gonna give you is the blues in the night. Oh, my mama, she told me, hon. Thank you. Thank you very much. Abridged version. I forgot to tell you the ending. We had to do short and sweet. Usually when we're doing a jazz concert, we go on, and everybody gets a go. Neville Bowman on the piano, Bernie Addington is on the double bass. I know. Me is a lucky gal. So this is our last song that we're going to perform for you right now, and it's called Our Day Will Come. And it's kind of about an unrequited love that you know is going to happen one day. Here it goes. Our day will come, and then we'll have everything. We'll share the joy falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. Oh boy, you know I love you so, and you love me. day will come. We just have to wait a while. No tears for us. Think love and wear a smile. Our dreams are magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. Day will come, then we'll have everything. We'll share the joy of falling in love can bring. No one can tell me that I'm too young to know. Oh boy, I love you so. Tears for us. Think love and then wear that smile. Oh, now our dreams are magic because we'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come. We'll always stay in love this way, for our day will come. Our day will come. We'll always stay in love this way. Our day will come.